Glacier Gorge. It's incredibly windy on this Saturday morning, but I'm looking forward to an excellent hike regardless. Someone might have a cold head. Probably a little girl. Well, I made it to the lock. 3 miles to the lock from the Glacier Gorge trailhead. Started out in the wind. When I got through Alberta Falls, the wind completely died down. And now here at the lock, you can tell it is really windy again. It's cold. You can see the lock behind me completely frozen over. Not too many people up here today. I did see somebody up on the lake way ahead of me, but I'll let them enjoy it. It's a beautiful day. Having a great hike. Loving life in Rocky Mountain National Park. Really interesting how the lake freezes in little tiny waves like that. There's the old fox. Looking good on the snow. I made it to Lake Hayaha. 6-mile route so far. I didn't come the most direct route, that's for sure. Been hiking since 8:04 and now it's 11:04 or so about 3 hours of hiking. Feel great. It's so beautiful. Up here at the lake, of course, it's windy. The lock was also extremely windy. I'm just having a really gorgeous and amazing day. Yeah. All right. Slide. Yeah, give me something to boost. Yeah. Wow, look at way up in there. And that in. The wind blowing up there. Wow. That's the route that I came from. Takes you all the way back to the lock Mills Junction. I came up here and I went to Lake Hayaha. You can see the bottom there. Now I got to turn right and go to Dream Lake and back toward Bear Lake. Well, I made it to Dream Lake. This is Dream Lake. So windy. I'm gonna keep going and get to Emerald Lake, which is the end of the 3 lakes, and then I'll turn around and come back. In fact, make it a shout out to Noelia and Mauro. Lots of people at Emerald Lake, just like there were a lot of people at Dream Lake, and some people at Lake Hayaha, and almost no one at the lock. Look who I saw on Dream Lake. There's Leah and Esther. Look at that little Esther. Ah, she's so cute. And she's warm. Hey, Matt. Good to see ya. I meet my cousins on the mountain with their 5 kids and a friend. Good for them.
Good job, James.
Way to go, James. Go, wind, go! Well, I made it to Emerald Lake. If you were to start out at Bear Lake, this would be the first lake you would get to, but I'm kind of doing them in a reverse order. So, what an experience. Cold and windy and sunny and warm and hot and sweaty, and anyway, it's all good. I'm having a great day. Having a great hike. Okay, I got to get off of Emerald Lake and get down to Bear Lake and back to the vehicle. Okay, now I made it to Bear Lake, the last of my lakes on my tour of lakes in Rocky Mountain National Park. Bear Lake is the most famous of all the lakes in Rocky Mountain National Park, at least the one that people visit the most, because you can park right at it, jump out of the car, and come take a picture. So here's Bear Lake. It really is a spectacular lake. So many people here. Full parking lot. Lots of people hiking today. Well, I'm back at the Glacier Gorge trailhead now. It was a 10.5 mile hike, and it took me 5.5 hours. I went up to the lock, and from the lock I sort of got lost, but I eventually recovered my trail. I wanted to get to Lake Hayaha, which I did do. I just had to go back to the junction and start over. I only lost a little bit of time and only a couple hundred meters. So then I went to Lake Hayaha, and then from Lake Hayaha I went back down to Dream Lake, and at Dream Lake I kept going west and went up to Emerald Lake, and then Emerald Lake back down to Dream Lake, and at Dream Lake I ran into Matt and Leah Doherty and their 5 kids, and that was really fun. And then from Dream Lake down to Nymph Lake, and from Nymph Lake to Bear Lake, which is the most famous lake in the national park. And then from Bear Lake, I had to come back over to the Glacier Gorge trailhead. So all in all, 10.5 miles, 5.5 hours. Just a spectacular day. You gotta love being out in the mountains, getting some pretty serious exercise. Sometimes it was windy, sometimes it was totally quiet and still. It was a wonderful day. I would do it again, and hopefully you would join me. Have a good day. Bye now.